Whenever you're ready, you can begin.
Okie dokie.
Oh wait, we're gonna. Yo, it's your boy, Manju, Barramundi. That's the name of a fish.
And your boy.
And your other boy. The second boy. There was the first boy, and then there was the second boy.
Okay.
Thus making two boys. The brothers. Long ago, the four nations lived in harmony. Then, everything changed. When the fire happened. I forgot it.
Long ago.
Long ago,
That's it.
That's it. As soon as you
Long
say long
ago.
ago that way, that's how you know exactly what's happening.
Mhm.
We got some things to discuss. We have just seen something peculiar, something most
Oh, yeah.
strange, in the form of, what do you call it? The Super Mario Brothers Ultra Show Omega Finale Zeta Beta Meta Waiter. I'd like to order trailer the second.
Okay.
Donkey Kong looks real. Donkey Kong more like Funky Kong because he looks real funky. He looks like
He's cubier than
no, not cubey.
No.
He looks rounder. He looks like they're gonna sell him. He looks like a marketable. He looks like the plushies. He looks like someone designed to make money.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like him.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's not bad. I feel
It's not
uncomfortable
what you
looking
know?
at him. Cause like we already have seen DK with teeth. DK with teeth is just kind of the endoskeleton on the outside. But this DK, he's like weird cause you can't not have his teeth, but at the same time just do it. If the game DK can and can't have teeth, then just do it to normal movie DK. What else
like-
we got?
I think I just like old DK because he's what I know.
What do you mean old DK?
The one everyone knows. The DK, the
What
real
does that
one.
mean?
Not funky looking.
What does that mean?
You know the movie update?
Yeah, but what is
The
old
one you're used
DK?
to.
But what's old DK? And then
Well-
thereby what's young DK?
No, old like previous.
Then what's new DK?
New DK is the one we saw in the trailer.
Uh-huh. Then what's old DK?
The one everyone else knows.
What does that mean?
I don't
Cuz we know new DK. And we also know
No,
the
he-
same
the
DK.
updated 3D model is new DK. The one we were excuse me.
I don't know the thoughts you're trying to articulate.
There's
We have language, must use language to better represent,
okay.
better express oneself. What are you on about?
So you saw in the trailer how
Hmm.
he looked
We saw
a
Donkey
bit more
Kong.
cartoonish, right?
Yeah.
That was a main point. The one that does not have that.
Which
that
one
is-
is that? That's what DK
What?
looks like. That's Donkey Kong.
Yeah, but he's different. That's all.
Yeah,
it's the same
because-
reason people hate new Bob the Builder.
Because it's movie DK. That's why he looks that way. So then what's old DK? If this is new DK, what's old DK?
The old 3D model. The
What
one
old
that was
3D
not
model?
updated.
What updated?
The movie DK.
Yeah, that is the new DK.
So you already know old
So
DK.
then what's old DK?
The one that is in, I don't know, games. He's there in Smash Bros.
I don't understand. That's what DK looks like. Nobody's changed anything. They changed
it's
how he
just a-
looked for the movie.
Yes.
That's new DK. So old DK is gaming DK.
Yeah.
What was the point you were making then? The whole point. This is
I thought you were talking about him. Or like,
who?
him looking funky.
He does look funky.
That... Okay.
What? He does look funky.
Yeah! So I like it when he doesn't look funky.
So you like game DK. You don't like his
No.
redesign, that's what you mean. Like Mario. Mario's also a little bit weird.
Yeah. Also his voice.
He's not
Everyone else seems like passable, but his is the one that I can't suspend my disbelief for.
So he looks weird because he's in the movie, not because... You say there's a new one, but then is the old one game DK?
Hold on, repeat your question.
If new DK is a redesigned version for the movie, then old DK would have to be the correct version, which is game DK.
Yeah.
Like how you have the movie Sonic, which is a new Sonic, and how you have game Sonic, which is old Sonic.
Yeah.
Why was this so difficult?
It wasn't, I just...
It was! It very much was. Because you said it like they redesigned DK. It's like,
They
no,
did! He said there's a new 3D
for
model.
the movie.
Yeah, and that's new!
You don't need to say, but then why'd you say like a
Look
new
at
3D
me.
model? Well, he's just movie
Oh.
DK versus game DK. You were saying it like DK completely changed. Like,
I don't think I
like they
was.
had an old model that they used. Peach is
Continuing.
fine, I think.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Peach looked a little bit weird, but she kind of matches the Mario Luigi style. Luigi, I think, has potential to be quite decent. His voice is nowhere near what it should be, but it's kind of like it's a good response to Mario's voice. Because Luigi's meant to be the trembly, shrill, higher pitched, right? That's Mario. Well, that's kind of what he sounds like now, in comparison to the other Mario. Anybody else get, like, bamboozled when Shigeru Miyamoto's like, let's go over to Chris-san, and then they have Nut Pratt?
Yeah.
Like, oh, that one. Who else do you have? Bowser. Bowser's doing fine. I think Bowser's doing okay. They started like Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong, and then I don't even remember if DK made a sound. He just kind of went ape on him.
Yeah.
You know, just kind of beat up his face.
I wonder
Which
how we get there.
Donkey
Like,
Kong doesn't do. I feel like they did DK wrong. He looks weird, and he doesn't. He's such a big face. His face is really big. It's like Chunky Kong's face. He has all that chin. There's so much chin, and it has nowhere to go. You see? Did you catch the reference though of where they were fighting? They were
was
fighting
it
on
Smash
the.
Bros?
No, what?
Oh,
They were
I thought
fighting
you
on...
meant Mario's like nair or like
No,
forward air.
no, he did the Donkey Kong was they were fighting on the red grids from the first Donkey Kong game
Very cool.
again, which was like too easy, obviously. Then you have the very forced, shoehorned "Let's a go." You could have, like, if you're gonna do the dialogue, do the voice, but they didn't do any. It's just.
I really wonder how like Bowser taking the stars in the Mushroom Kingdom led to them going to
I
a
think
kart
they're
race.
gonna have. I think they're just gonna do 1 star.
I'm still hoping they put Rosalina and Pauline.
Nah, if they were gonna be in, they would have already had voice actors announced for them. There's no, because those are big characters. They announced DK. They announced Kamek. There was some other point. They announced Spike. Spike has a voice actor. Do you even know who Spike is?
He's the guy with blue hair,
That's not his most memorable feature, but sure.
big fish lips.
Those guys have voice actors. There's no way they're gonna say nothing about Pauline and Rosalina if they're in the game, in the movie, but they're not.
What a shame.
What is peculiar is the fact that that they're trying to reference as much Mario as possible. They had him kart racing on Rainbow Road. What transpired that they had to go here to defeat Bowser?
That is what I was
Because
wondering.
in the games, it's canon that Bowser isn't really a bad guy. He's just kind of doing this. Because why else invite Bowser for all the party games and for the kart racing, unless he's not actually a bad guy, he's just playing the part. Kind of like Eggman. And in that case, how do you make bad guy race, you know? That doesn't really work. Even Diddy Kong Racing, you race the bad dudes they're not even bad guys. They're just like, no, do what I want, you know? Except for the octopus, he's actual true evil. Who else are we missing? Oh, I think the biggest plot twist is that I misread Anya Taylor-Joy as Anna. So when they were like, here's Anya, and I'm like, who is that? It's like, Anya Taylor-Joy. It's like, why are you guys saying it wrong now? You said Anna last time. And then I went back and turns out, no, it was never Anna. I just Mandela affected myself into inaccuracies. That was the biggest plot twist. That was, wow, what a thing. You know that Luigi joke where he's like, you think I know everybody with a mustache and the bada 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 bada. That joke lasted very, very long, which makes me worried about the rest of the comedy. That they're gonna make it kind of bad. They're gonna do too much despicable memes. Me-isms. Too much of that.
What did Despicable Me do? That was...
They're not funny.
Oh.
But they keep doing... But they animate really well. They show all the stuff and then they're like, look at our humor. Look, funny. Stop.
Can you give me an example?
21 fart guns. I counted 22.
Yeah, okay, so potty humor, they're tailoring to their target audience.
Taylor-joying? Oh, hey-oh. No? Okay. I thought it was... yeah. Well, who else are we missing? Why are Luigi and Mario apart the whole time? That's not how it goes.
How'd Luigi get there?
No, that's the problem. You're asking the question that should not need to be asked. How did Luigi get there? Because he's with Mario. Obviously, but why are they split apart? And because they're split apart, now it seems like there's two different stories.
Yeah, Bowser just got a lead.
Which is not how it's gonna work. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I think Luigi's got captured because of some bad intel. I think it's funny, they never specified red. They only specify mustaches, but I mean, they do that in the games as well. So you have that going on. What? Luigi's not useless. He's scared. But they're making him like bait. And I'm assuming this is also an origin story. Which makes me wonder... So, the trailer starts, like the first trailer, it started with Mario hopping out of the pipe, right? Well, actually it starts with Bowser being mean, and then Mario hops out of the pipe, right? They must be showing Mario go into that pipe first. And then get sent, right?
I found one.
What are you doing? Oh yeah, you're playing games. I forgot about that. Well, you messed up.
Where was anything? Okay, whatever.
My point is, here's what I'm wondering. Are we gonna see Mario in actual Brooklyn? And then go into a pipe into the Mushroom Kingdom? Because the Mushroom Kingdom is not his home place. He lives there now, but he's from Brooklyn.
I don't think so.
Yeah, but then they show him pop out of the pipe. We need to see him go into the pipe, and then he goes out and he's like, Mushroom Kingdom, here we come, and he sees Mushroom Kingdom. He wasn't in Mushroom Kingdom, he was somewhere else. So either he was in a different Mario location, or he's coming out of Brooklyn.
I wonder what other humans would look like then. Because would they all be in that?
Nah, we know Mario's the only of his kind because because of New Donk City and Mario Odyssey, those are normal people. And if Mario's average human height, those people have to be abnormal human height, superhuman height. What was the point of the DK fight? It looked like, you know what it is? You know what I think they're trying to do? I think I have a good comparison. Have you seen, I think it's called Onward?
I have seen Onward.
It has Aloft Elevar! I don't...
Yeah.
That movie. That is about the dude and the dad, and he wants to do the things because his dad is dead, right? And they bring him back for a day, but they screwed up, so now half of him is there for a day. Real grisly stuff, great children's film. And then he's going through an entire, like, journey, a whole saga, a big thing after thing after thing after thing. I think that's what they're trying to do with Mario, because that's the only way they could have all of the Mario represented. How else could you connect the race go-karting on Rainbow Road, no less, and then still have Bowser's Castle, the Ice Place, and all these other locations? Oh, Donkey Kong's there as well. So much Mario. The only way you could fit all that in as if you have to go everywhere for one big adventure. But how does that work if Bowser's at one location with a star, unless he's like going through the worlds? Oh, that might be what they're doing as well. Maybe they're referencing like 8 worlds. And then each world gets a special thing. You think
Okay.
Deke is gonna join them? I don't think Deke is gonna join them. Because
it just seems...
if they're showing DK like this, if this is an origin story of Mario and friends, DK and Mario were the original enemies. Bowser came second. But if they're both there, then unless they have some weird change of heart of Donkey Kong, kind of like in the Mario vs. Donkey Kong series, then
King K. Rool make an appearance.
no, this is the Mario movie, not the Donkey Kong movie. K. Rool is strictly Donkey Kong.
Oh.
And even in Smash Bros, Donkey Kong and Diddy do not have the mushroom logo, they get the DK logo, because they are their own game. Now, actually even Yoshi gets his own thing. And Wario. But the others don't. Bowser's never had his own game. Peach did, but we don't talk about it. That is a cardinal
Peach's
sin.
game?
It's called Super Princess Peach DS or something like that. I think I told you about this. She got 4 powers. The power of water, of
Earth.
flight, of fire,
Air.
and I think healing. I don't really remember. But what made it work was emotions, because she's a woman. So when she's angry, she's got the power of fire. When she's happy, she can fly. When she's sad, water. Also, the way the water works is like Bowser's Inside Story. Bowser just chugs water infinitely,
Okay.
and now you can swim. That is it.
Oh. It doesn't sound terrible. What went wrong with it?
Everything else.
Ah.
Because
Naturally.
it was, first of all, it was a bad idea. It was a bad way to force mechanics. And then you have just bad level design. But apparently, the studio behind them made a good game. Some good, I don't know what it was, but yeah. Speaking of, power-ups. I'm happy they actually got to represent those. And Fireflower did a cool thing. I forget what, but it was like struck like a
She
matchbox.
like took it.
And Peach was the one with the fire flower, which is pretty cool. I think they also referenced her racing outfit when she was holding an umbrella or whatever.
I thought it was an axe.
Yeah, I don't know, it was a weapon. Toad picked up a pan. Oh, there was that little Toad that's like, we're too cute or some crap like that, some nasty stuff that he said.
We're adorable.
He was, yeah, he said something
I
like
think that
real
was a
heinous.
girl, just from their
Doesn't matter.
voice.
There's no, they're genderless, including Toadette.
Oh, no
And
way.
then, well, the voice was fine, but the cute thing, no, they should have stopped before they said that. The Toads are not cute. I do like their design though. It is a nice design. It's not exactly Toad, but it's pretty good. It's pretty decent. Also, don't forget Blorbs. So, you know Blorbs, yes?
I know
I think they're
Blorbs.
called Blorbs. The obese Toad that can block roads, level mountains. Those chunky, spherical
Toads.
blorbs. Yeah, the blorbs.
Oops.
What else? There was another power. Oh, they showed the Tanuki. That was fun. Here's the biggest one, or one of my concerns.
What?
They want to cram everything Mario. Because the problem is that Mario has
It's big.
had, how long? Mario's had like 30 years to like figure it himself out, to figure out what exactly makes Mario. What does Mario have? What does it mean to be Mario? What is Mario? They are trying to cram this into a single movie.
Yep.
And here's what's crazy. That's not just Mario, that's with the spin-offs. That's a lot of Mario. Like, a lot of Mario.
You think the Koopalings will make an appearance?
No, they would have had too much of a focus. Because, like, the Mario Bros. Series, you know, New Soup Wii
New
for
Soup.
and for Wii U, and New Soup 2, those ones, those have this Koopalings as, like, the midway bosses and the final boss of those worlds. That's a lot of Mario. They get a lot of attention for that. For the movie, I don't think they're gonna fit them in. If they do, that's not a good idea. They already have their resources spread out so thin because they have to do everything which means nothing's gonna last. They need like a real iconic moment, and for some reason, well, not for some reason, but the moment that's sticking with me is Bowser pulling a single hair from Luigi's mustache.
Why did that stick with you?
Well, the point is they made that moment last, but they still have so much, they don't have enough time to put everything else. So they're putting all this focus on mustache scene when they still have to like have an entire race somehow. Well, and a legal race, by the way, you're only allowed 12 at max, and then they have like 32. They're not following the rules. You're only allowed 8 if it was double dash. Or, and under, yeah. I think 12 is a 8 only thing, right? Mario Kart 8 up.
12th place, 12th
Yeah,
what?
there are only 12 racers allowed in Mario Kart 8. The games before were only allowed 8 racers. But in the movie, there's a lot more than that. What was that? What kind of secret openings are you looking for?
I need 5 coins. That eyeball that I couldn't kill would have done this, but... Or a blue coin, like, there's a lot.
Yeah. At this point, are you willing to have a Jolly Roger Bay moment? To have an un-Jolly Roger Bay?
Sad Rogers Bay.
An Anya Taylor-Joy... Nah, that doesn't work. I forgot her name was Joy, not Jolly.
Anya Taylor-Jolly.
Anya. No, see, it's Anya. I thought it was Anna, because Anna Taylor, that's fun to say. Anna Taylor. And also, it wasn't... I even misread the hyphen. The last name is hyphenated. Why would they hyphenate the first names? They don't. I thought it was Anna Taylor. Joy. But no, it's Anna Taylor-Joy. It's confusing names.
Okay.
Seth Rogen shows up and he's like, I always wanted to do Mario. If there's gonna be a Mario movie, I was gonna be in it. It's like, you never thought this.
Yeah.
I mean, even Chris Pratt, they've all played the games. Okay, well, I will say, he still definitely had a dog named Zelda. But, I mean, that's Nintendo, not Mario. You can like adventure, not platformer. That's still Nintendo, right? Nintendo has a finger in every pie, as the expression goes. But like, Chris Pratt and the way he has such a long pause, and the way he articulates the word Koopas. Why would you think Koopa first? It should be Goomba. The very first enemy is a Goomba. It just seems a little... You guys are being weird. That's the issue. He's like, I remember back in the Mario stomping on Koopas.
Oh.
Koopas. And then he pauses, which I guess is just because there's no script, so you have to speak as is. But why would you not say Goomba? A Goomba is like the main stomp on. And then Koopas, why do you say it that way? I don't know, it just seems a little bit fake. Anya looked fine. She was just... I did the thing. Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh. Fine. I've got to do a thing. You're on your own.
Okay, whatever. I'm on a hunt for 5 whole coins in a world that has nothing. So now that speaking is up to me, I will do that. With my take on the trailer. I'm excited for the movie because it's a video game movie. Oh wow, that was the fastest grocery trip I have ever seen.